What's up, Falcon Nation? Steve Leslie, Anthony Romo, YSN player profile, Austintown Fitch style, Sam's Wedge in every Wednesday night here at 7 o'clock. Cannot thank Sam's Wedge in enough for all they do. Mark Presley, Brandon Polish, Donnie Sherwood, thank you guys for having us be a part of your program, being part of this great restaurant here. Great food. We enjoyed it last week. Look forward to many more weeks. Austintown Fitch, Anthony will invade Wadsworth, Falcon Nation. It's going to be a big-time football game. If you can't make it, head on over to Sam's Wedge Inn. They'll have the game on for you Friday night here. Come on over, have a great meal, and support Falcon football. Senior player profile, senior offensive lineman, Jack Knight. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Ant, I'm a big Jack Knight fan. Mom and Dad I know very well, the family very well. I know how proud they are of you, but for you, Jack, and for Falcon Nation, talk a little bit about yourself and talk about your family and how important they are.
Yeah, my dad's really one that got me into football and sports, and my mom does everything for me. So.
Okay, so like we were with Jamel, moms are like the glue that kind of holds everything together. Shout out to Tommy Knight. He's one of my favorites. I want to ask you, he's been a football coach for a long time. Has an opportunity to watch you play as a senior, and I've had a chance through text and that to talk to him. I think he's more proud, Anthony, of not coaching football and watching you play as a senior. But I want to ask you, how is that after a game? Is he dad, or does it get it to be a little football coach and dad?
After the games, just normally like good job. Whatever.
Okay.
Next day is normally
We'll talk about blocking and line schemes. Okay, so how special is that for you to have them there every week?
Yeah.
Do you notice where they're at? Do you know where they're at in the stands? Do you hear them?
Yeah, I don't hear them, but I know where they sit. They sit in the same spot every time.
And you kind of take a peek up there.
Yeah.
That's an awesome answer, Anthony. That's what high school sports is about. Shout out to Jack's parents, great people. I've known them a long time. Tommy does a lot of things for myself and all of us with the Astro Falcons at Nightline. Shout out to you, brother. I know you're proud of your son, and you should be, but without quality parents like he has, he wouldn't be able to do what he's doing.
And I think that's always the cool part, especially about high school sports. I think every person we talk to, they know where their parents sitting. Sure. It's like this one person sticks out in front of the whole crowd, but to all guys on both sidelines, to them, it's those few people that stick out to them within, or I should say throughout everyone that's there. So you're an offensive lineman. It's a unique position. We love offensive linemen here on YSN.
You guys don't get any love.
Yeah.
Jamel, this one, the wide receivers, the newspaper. They're not taking pictures of you in the newspaper. They're taking pictures of skill guys. So go ahead, take it from there. You love linemen.
So it's a unique position. So take us through your duties on a game night, the things that you have to see as an offensive lineman on the field for your team to succeed.
So it's mainly, I know you guys interviewed Rocco. It's
right.
Mainly all on him. I just listen to what he does, and then depending on the play, I know my assignment.
There you go. You more of a run blocker or pass blocker?
I like pass blocking more.
Okay. The linemen we've done so far have all said run block.
Right. How good can this offensive line be? How tight are you guys? I guess talk about that a little bit.
I'd say we're real close. We're probably one of the closest groups on the team just because we're always together. And
sure. Offensive linemen spend a ton of time together. Do you spend a lot of time away from practice as a group?
Yeah. Yeah, I know you guys, like I said, Rocco and Fitz.
Sure, absolutely.
Those are probably like some of my closest two friends.
And they should be, because you guys are in the battle. We talk about that all the time. How fun is it to play offensive line for an offense like this that can hurt you passing and running football?
Yeah, it's very fun because as good as our backs are and skills, all you need to do is get a body on the body. And
that's true. Rest. And so you guys have played a lot of physical games throughout the season. As a guy who's right in the middle of the contact each and every play, how crucial is treatment and recovery to you post-game and the weekend following?
Yeah, I think it's a big deal to stay healthy throughout the season, be able to play all 10 games.
And so it's kind of something that you don't see all over the country, but here in Northeast Ohio you do. So week one, I remember the Henderson game. It was about 85, 90 degrees heat index. Tomorrow it's about to be 43, 45 degrees. Talk me through the hydration process going throughout the week for you leading up to a game. Is that something you start about halfway through the week, right after games? When does hydration start becoming very important for you?
I'd say like on Thursday mornings. Thursday mornings.
Thursday mornings
is probably when I start to pound waters and liquids.
See, I'd be in trouble because I'm not a very good water drinker. I'm not going to lie there. Jack Knight, senior player profile here at the Wedge. Sam's Wedge in, Donnie Sherwood, Mark Presley, Brandon Polish. Shout out to those guys. Another great crowd here on Wednesday night. Jack Knight. Coach Parker gave you a huge compliment that I think is why good football teams become great football teams. Didn't get a chance to play varsity right away. I know you. I know how hard you work. I know how good of a baseball player you are. Shout out to you for, number one, sticking it out as a young sophomore, earning time, playing JVs. And do you appreciate that even more now that you're a senior? All that, when you go back and look after hopefully a state championship, you're going to go back and say, I stuck with this. Where some kids, Anthony, we talk about all the time, could say, I'm not going to play anymore. I'm not going to do these things. Well, you go back and look at this and appreciate the hard work that you put in to be a huge offensive lineman in this program.
Yeah, definitely.
What did you ever think, why am I doing this?
Not really, no. I really like football.
Okay. Is it something that you'd like to do in college? Because I think you could do it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or baseball, obviously.
One of the two. I'm not really sure yet.
We'll get into that, some player profile stuff. But I wanted to ask it because that's a huge shout out from Coach Parker for guys that are seniors now that have huge roles that weren't like a Jamel that maybe played as a sophomore that now a junior and senior are playing. Those are huge.
And as a two-sport athlete, you have a lot of long days from August through June when school's all done with. Talk about the pride you take in not only the games but practice as well, because we see how you perform on the field. That doesn't just come out of nowhere. It's a lot of hard work and practice on both the baseball field and the football gridiron.
Yep. It's just focusing on the little details each day and trying to get better, one day at a time.
And then I should follow up with this. So we talk about head coach TJ Parker. Just talk about how much he means to the senior class, because you guys were sophomores when he came in, and now your senior year. We've seen the growth of this program throughout. Just talk about what he means to you in this class.
I think he's a great leader, and he's the reason why we're so successful now.
How exciting is it for you? Your student section is really good. We had fun at the Urson game. Do you hear a student section in the heat of the battle, or
maybe like off to the sideline? But while I'm playing, I never.
You
really
don't hear it.
anything.
You just block that out.
They're loud though. We can hear them.
Yeah,
and it's hard for us to hear where we are.
That's a great student body. So shout out to the Fitch Nation and student body. You guys play a brutal schedule. As a player, you have to love that. Every week you're going
against somebody
that's one of the best teams in the state of Ohio. I say it all the time, Jack. I think, and Anthony, we agree, Northeast, our football area doesn't get the credit that I think it deserves, because you played at Strongville. That's a huge school. You have Massillon and their tradition. But how exciting is it every week to play the people that you're playing?
It's very exciting because you always know it's going to be a hard, great game each week.
And, Anthony, I'm going to go back a couple weeks ago. That Fitch-Urson game, and Jamel talked about it, you want to win really bad. You want the bragging rights for this area. But I saw a lot of respect after the game from both teams, and we talked with both teams that they want to see you guys continue to win and you want to see them. That has to be exciting, knowing that you play somebody that's in a different division that can win a state championship.
Yeah, it's very exciting. There's great competition.
Oh, absolutely. With Jack Knight, senior player profile here at Sam's Wedge Inn. So baseball or football, which one do you like better?
It depends on the season. Right now it's football, but I know during baseball.
That'll turn over. You had a fantastic baseball year. We'll get into some of that. But this senior group has kind of built a relationship as a group. I think Jamel said it best. You guys want to leave Austintown Fitch right where it's at. When you graduate, you want to make sure the program continues to build from them. Talk about you as a senior, how it is to lead some of these younger guys.
Something's very important to us, As seniors, we want to win as many games as we can, but also leave the program in a better place. Yeah,
that's fair. So let's talk about school a little bit. Obviously, a very long day for you guys today. You wake up, go to school, you have practice, you come here and do interviews. How important is school to you?
Very important. Without the grades, you won't be able to play on Fridays.
Of course.
Is time management obviously for you has to be something that you kind of have an attack and a plan, because days, they don't get any shorter, I don't think, Anthony, for these guys when they play and go to school and practice. And then you play a 10-week season, and we're going to make the playoffs, and hopefully it's another 6. From your body standpoint, do you get sore week by week, or how does the body feel week to week?
Right now I feel fine, and hopefully it stays like that.
Yeah, let's keep it. Let's keep Jack Knight safe and healthy in this offensive line. Anthony, I think Jack Knight is ready for some rapid fire.
I would hope so.
All right.
Because we're not slowing down.
No, we're not slowing down. It's on you.
All right. We'll start with this. We talked a little bit about Coach a little bit ago. One word to describe Coach Parker.
Like I said before, leader.
Leader?
That's a great leader.
Yeah. That's a great leader.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
a great leader.
I'll follow up with that. Favorite college football team?
Ohio State.
We're pretty good right now.
Yeah.
I think –
and they got some good linemen.
Because if you watch a lot of college football, I think I'm having a hard time understanding how Georgia barely beat Missouri and the SEC schools don't move down. But when Ohio State plays somebody a little close, we move down. I think that Ohio State is better than Alabama and Georgia this year. Agree?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll see in January.
Yeah, we'll see in January, but I think so. All right, Friday night, you're in a bus. We were hoping for charter bus, but we'll probably be a yellow bus. What's Jack Knight listening to get ready for the big game Friday night?
Rap.
Rap?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite rapper? Steve's favorite's Young Boy.
Probably Lil Baby.
Little
okay.
Baby?
He's got an album coming out.
Okay. See, I'm
next Friday.
Jack, I'm way behind on that. Role models. Obviously, when you're having a tough day and things aren't going the way Jack Knight wants them to be, your family's phenomenal. Who's the role model that you go to?
I say definitely both my parents.
Yeah, absolutely. But mom's a little more hands-on in family things than dad. And we talk about this all the time. Moms
are important
and run the show. So shout out, Mom and Dad. Thanks for all you do. Two great people I love seeing at the park. I know they're awful proud of what you do. So shout out to them and what they do to support Jack Knight.
So we talked about school. Give a shout out to your favorite teacher and favorite class at Fitch.
I say right now it's Miss Jones, who teaches astronomy.
Okay.
Astronomy. That's a good class.
That's a tough class.
That's a hard class. All right, so shout out, Miss Jones, for all you do for the Falcon Athletics. You have a favorite pro football team?
Denver Broncos.
I like it.
Okay.
How about a favorite Major League Baseball team?
Guardians.
Let's go. Can
This
we win a World
weekend.
Series? This weekend we need that to start. Jack Knight Senior Player Profile here at Sam's Wedge Inn every Wednesday night. Shout out to those guys for all they do. Looking forward to having a nice meal after this. Senior year, how do you want this to end for this senior group?
I just want to keep winning as many games as we can and see how far we can take it.
Absolutely. I love that answer. It's 1 week at a time. They will face Wadsworth Friday night. We'll have it for you on ysnlive.com. If you can't make it, listen to Ty Bartell, the voice of the Falcons. Come on up to Sam's Wedge Inn. Have a good time. Have a great meal and watch the Falcons get a big win. Jack Knight, he represents Austintown Fitch on and off the field very well. Anthony and I wish you nothing but the best Friday night. Go get another victory.
Thanks.
All righty.